The committee is meeting today to hear testimony on the U.S. Park Police attack on peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protests.
I think we've got a video. I wonder if we could play that.
Protesters have lit a fire.
Overwhelmingly peaceful protesters, peaceful protesters, peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protests, peaceful protesters. We were peaceful and we wanted no trouble. Very peaceful. Police started throwing tear gas and flashbangs, fast grenades at us for no reason. It had been peaceful.
Peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protesters. Peaceful protests. Peaceful unarmed protests.
And being a part of a peaceful protest.
Nonviolent protest.
As a woman of God, to stand up for the right of peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protesters. Peaceful protests and peaceful protesters.
Peaceful protesters.
Peaceful.
Peaceful protesters.
It was largely peaceful.
Peaceful protesters.
Innocent protesters.
I think we need to make a distinction between the right to peaceable assembly, which is sacred and protected under our First Amendment, and violence, arson, and vandalism, which is not so protected.
Yards away from the front of the White House. Protesters have lit a fire. It's about to go up. There's no telling if it's going to hit the tree above.
As soon as those cops then step over that man and start shooting at us, then we want to be upset. If we're sitting here and tagging it, that's not a protest. That's a riot. That's a riot.
Looting has begun. In Washington, D.C., just a couple of blocks from the White House.
Looting is not a problem. It's a part of rioting, but like, it's coffee shops. They didn't hurt nobody. It's not a big business.
Beginning on Saturday, May 30th, 2020, the U.S. Park Police were under a state of siege and routinely subject to attack by violent crowds. The incidents are numerous and include U.S. Park Police officers having their police cars vandalized, being subject to bombardment by lighted flares, Molotov cocktails, rocks, bricks, bottles, and other projectiles, and physical assaults so violent that to date over 50 area law enforcement officers have been injured, to include one U.S. Park Police officer so violently attacked that he required emergency surgery. To describe what happened in Washington, D.C. as mostly peaceful protests, I think is a lot like describing Scott Peterson as a mostly faithful husband or Al Capone as a mostly law-abiding businessman.